Hi everyone, in this video you will learn the non-obvious behaviors of the null variable in PowerShell. So, as I said, in this video you will learn the non-obvious behaviors of the null variables in PowerShell. We will use strings, numbers and collection, for example arrays or hash tables. And it's very important to understand that because these conversions of the null variable are a frequent source of the silent bugs. So it's, I think, very useful to understand it. Let's create the first function. I will show you everything in the function. I think it will be clear and easy. So let's use the null in a string. Let's create a function of the test, for example test and null and a string, like this. And now let's create a value variable and let's attach a null to this variable, so null. Now let's print the value of our variable, so we will print just the value of the value. We can close that. And what will happen when I will call this function? So we are calling the null and string. We are getting the output of value and the blank space. So what is happening? In that case, null becomes an empty string. So we are not getting an error. We are just getting the silent conversion from the PowerShell. And it's very important to say that we are printing this null empty string, even though the null actually is not equal to the empty string. So as you can see, when I will compare null to the empty string, I am getting false. So this is very important to remember. The second example is the null with the number. So let's create function. Now test and the null, but with the number. Let's create a value and let's again attach a null to it. But in this case, we will just print result equals and value plus 5. I mean, we are just attaching it and now we can print, so result. And what will happen? So we are basically adding a null value to a 5. If I will call it, so test null and number, we are printing 5. So in this case, in the case of numbers, PowerShell converts a null to the 0. And it treats the 0 as a normal number that we can add, subtract, multiply or divide it. But again, it's very important to say that null is actually not equal to 0. As you can see, it is false. Now another example, this time with the collections and at the beginning with arrays. So let's create a function like this, so test, null and array this time. Let's create the array that will equal to the null, for example 1 and 2, like this. And now let's print the count. So we will print the count of our array, basically the number of elements, so count. Now you have to create a variable, and inside of this variable we have to get our array and print the count of it, like this, and we can close our function. What we are doing, we can call the function array. As you can see, we are printing count 3, even though when I will just print the array, so we can do something like this. I will add the line with the, for example, array, and now we can call this function again. We are printing only 1, 2, so we are not printing null, but null is still a valid element in this array. So this is how it works. So what is important to remember? Just null is not printed, but it is still valid element. So if you have, for example, 3 nulls, 1 and 2, you will have the count of 5. Now I will show you the filtering. So function test and filter null. And now let's create the same array. So array will equal to the null 1 and 2. And now let's use the array with the pipe. So we will do where and object is, and we will just print the current element. And let's call the function filter and null. As you can see, again we are printing only 1 and 2. What does it mean? It means that in this case, in this pipeline, we are actually passing only true elements into where object. So in order to pass it through the pipeline, the element has to be true. So it means that the PowerShell treats this null as a false, even though, as I showed you in the previous videos, null is, again, it is not equal empty string, it is not equal 0, and it is also not equal to false. So this is how it works. Now I will show you the hash table. So let's create another function that will be hash table and null, for example. And now let's create a hash table h will equal to key, and we will set the key to null, like this. Now let's print, first of all, if our hash table contains a key with the name of key, and second of all, let's print this key. So let's print h, and in the brackets let's get the key, like this. What will happen? Let's call the function hash table and null. As you can see, we are getting only one output. Actually, we are getting two outputs, but it's important to understand that. So we are first of all checking if the hash table h contains key with the name of key. It contains, so we are printing the true. And now we have to actually print the value of this key, which is null. So we are printing null, so we don't see anything, but it actually is working. So now again, maybe at the beginning, to remember and understand, I will show you the function, and we will compare every single value that I showed in this video. So we'll check the differences, and we will do null equals empty string, null equals 0, and null equals, for example, an empty array, and for example null equals false, like this. Of course, we can close that, and we can call test difference. As you can see, in all four cases we are getting false. So these are the, I would say, most non-obvious behaviors of null in PowerShell. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.